Whoa, what's good, y'all? This is a story that involves Andre Moss, TD, and AD, kind of ties them all together in a way. This is very, very important. Be sure you listen to the whole thing intently. You may even want to listen to it a couple of times as it sets up some new possibilities for where the channel will go in the future and different parts of these series, okay? There's a lot of options and everything in there is designed so that people take interest in what they take interest in and ask certain questions, and depending on which questions get asked most often, that'll help decide the future of each individual character and what I'm going to do with them. Other than that, I want to thank y'all for rocking. I want to let you know that the Dre Moss book is available on Amazon. I'm going to be doing another book soon. Don't forget to like the video and share the video. Also, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Other than that, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. My name is FlemLo Raps 1. After winning the Super Bowl, AD was on top of the world. His recent financial issues seemed like ages ago at this point. His agent, recommended to him by his older brother TD, was negotiating a brand new contract for the two-time MVP, and it was gonna be lucrative. AD was now a Super Bowl winning quarterback to go along with his other accolades. He also led the charge in the first undefeated season since the '72 Dolphins. That was nearly 50 years ago at this point. AD's ex-wife had made a pretty huge mistake in leaving just a tad too early. The alimony that she was currently receiving was based on the lifestyle that she and AD lived while they were together. AD was only required to pay enough to sustain that particular lifestyle. Only months later, AD was about to move up to a whole nother level financially. Meanwhile, TD announced to the football world that at the young age of 27, he would be retiring from the NFL. This came as a shock to many, and they couldn't help but compare it to Barry Sanders. Key difference though, Barry didn't see very much team success, playing with the Detroit Lions, who of course at the time weren't very good. TD, on the other hand, had seen an incredible amount of team success and individual success. He's made the playoffs every single year of his career, won 2 Super Bowls, and both Super Bowls that he won, he was Super Bowl MVP. TD is the only player in NFL history to win Defensive Player of the Year, which was as a rookie, mind you, and then a couple years later, he won Offensive Player of the Year. Only NFL player to do that. He was the best DB in the league when he played DB, and the best wide receiver in the league when he played wide receiver. The NFL is obviously the best football league in the world from a talent standpoint. So, TD is basically the best wide receiver and the best DB in the world, meaning nobody could probably cover him but himself. That would actually be a pretty fun matchup, man, seeing TD the wide receiver versus TD the DB. I don't know, maybe we'll do that. Anyway, back to the story. At this point in his career, TD feels he doesn't have anything else to prove, and at the tender age of 27, he can walk away from the game healthy and happy. AD has been visibly upset by this, and he just can't understand how, as great as TD is, how he wouldn't play football for as long as he could. You see, AD loves football. TD was just great at it. I mean, sure, he loved big games and big moments, had a lot of fun playing, made a lot of money, but it clearly wasn't as deep as AD's love for the game. AD fought for everything in his football career. He was too short, not good enough, got kicked out of high school, wasn't a true quarterback. All he ever wanted to do was live these moments he was living right now. TD, on the other hand, was amazingly gifted, and the first time he stepped on the football field, he was a high school senior. He was playing wide receiver and was sidelined with a broken finger, runs on the field for an injured cornerback, and bam, he was the best cornerback in the state instantly. A legend in the making. Football came easy to him, and now he could just walk away just as easy. That offseason, AD went back to New York to visit his mom in her new home he and TD had bought, which was not surprisingly even nicer than the previous home they had gotten for her. He also had some business to take care of in New York. This was a new part of AD's life. He had a few endorsement meetings with a few companies, and once he made his decision which brands he'd go with, he had some commercials to shoot. TD made the trip to New York with AD, but only stayed a few days to catch up with his mom. They've always had an extremely strained relationship, as TD was raised almost entirely by his dad and had very limited contact with his mom while growing up. So after a few days, TD went back to Odessa to check on his dad's business that was now being run by TD's former high school coach and his dad's best friend, Coach P. When he touched down in Odessa, the fanfare was crazy. People loved TD everywhere, except maybe in Arizona. But no place had as much love for the newly retired superstar than the place he was raised in. The place where when TD was a high school senior, the whole city was shut down. They knew they were watching greatness. And while TD isn't the only football star to come through here, he is the one who has ascended to the highest heights so far. As a young running back that may have something to say about that. The newly retired superstar spent the day catching up with everyone, making a few appearances, talking to some kids, talking noise, telling what felt like fabricated stories, but you couldn't really deny him because, I mean, hell, guy was a superstar. Either way, everyone enjoyed TD's company. When it started to get a bit late and TD decided to go back to his dad's old house to turn in, he couldn't fall asleep. He kept thinking about his dad and how great it would be for him to be here right now, and how he had come so far since he last stayed in his house. He remembered all the early mornings he had to get up and go cut the grass and the discipline that it instilled in him. After tossing and turning a bit, TD decided to hell with it. He got up and headed to the high school gym to get a workout in. TD still had his key from way back in high school. As a matter of fact, it was hidden in the same place in his dad's house, in TD's sock drawer, all the way over in the left back corner. As TD approaches the weight room, he can hear the sound of weights clanking, grunting, and heavy breathing. He's like, what the hell is going on here? He walks in as a huge kid working out with 315 pounds on the bar, repping it out as if it was 135. TD just stops and kind of stares and waits for him to finish. Lo and behold, it was Andre Moss. Dre had recently committed the transfer to Miami, but was back in Odessa for a few weeks before he'd be going to Miami for good. When Dre looks up and sees his TD, he fans out. Oh, TD, what's up, man? I'm a huge fan. Like, what are you even doing here? Fan? Dude, it's so crazy I run into you here, dog. Look, check it out. I'ma assume you haven't checked your Twitter and you ain't just curving me. I just hit you up on Twitter earlier today. Oh wait, so you know who I am? Yeah, man, we basically brothers. I've been seeing you trucking fools on SportsCenter, but I was listening to your Heisman speech on YouTube, and then when I heard you thank my dad, it all started to add up. Yeah, I'm gonna give you the short version. So after my dad passed, I was having these crazy dreams where he was trying to give me messages or something like that. And I know it sounds crazy, but your name came up in the dream. And actually, as I think about it, while he was living, he was trying to tell me about this kid that was working for him that was a beast in Odessa. I'm pretty sure he was talking about you. But he never got the chance to really fully elaborate on what he meant, what your whole name was, or nothing like that before he passed. And I never put two and two together until I heard your speech, and then it all made sense. So in that case, what up, bro? Yeah, man, I came to the funeral, but, you know, I wasn't gonna bother you there, man. Dude, your dad did so much for me, man. He, at a time in my life where I was about to give up on football, bro. This man didn't even know me. He paid for my second surgery on my knee. I rehabbed, got back, and I ain't looked back ever since, man. I was in my darkest place. He came through for me for no reason at all, never asked for nothing in return. Just wanted to see me make it, man. Yeah, that's old Clarence, bro. I wonder if that was my money he spent. Either way, how long you here, bro? About another few weeks. Cool. You doing some training? Yeah, alright, cool. Forget everything you know. I'm gonna get you right. Let's get it. Okay, cool. Oh, we start, man. Ask you this. Like, now that you're retired, you ever thought about being a coach? Me? Man, who the hell gonna hire me as a coach? I'm too unpredictable, bro. After a 3-hour workout, Dre was laying on the floor face down. TD's workout had started in the weight room, and at this point, they were all the way in the gym on the basketball court, running suicides. Dre was exhausted, and as he looked up, TD was on the other end of the floor shooting baskets as if they hadn't just worked out for 3 hours. Dre's just thinking, how the hell is he not tired? At that point, TD looked down at Dre like, alright, bro, look, meet me at Coach P's spot at 5 a.m. He got some tape of my dad I want you to see. And pick yourself up, man. For long, the camera gonna always be on you. Dre looked down. Yeah, okay. 5 a.m. though, bro, you sure? Yeah, you right. Better make it 4:30, man. Alright, see you then. Peace.